Hi, my name is Bertie Leroux and I'm a transformational coach. I help people to be transformed through their passion and purpose and living a deserved life. Today I want to have a little bit more fun. I want to talk about snakes and ladders, or as my friends in the US, chutes and ladders. Just tell your story about that and how I use that to create a leadership development program. When my daughter was probably about 3-4 years old, I took up a new job and was challenged by my own staff unrealistic expectations. Because in the organization that I was involved with, they kept on decentralizing and centralizing, meaning they need more cowboys and sometimes they needed more Indians. So less management or supervisories and or more people that can do the work. And that implies that in terms of the job and the seniority of the job, the positions, they needed more qualifications or less qualifications. And that's where the unrealistic expectations come from. Because the job description says you need to have a formal qualification, and it says you need all these experiences, but the formal qualification carries a heavy weight. And on the other side, the people has got the ability to do the job by far the best possible, but they're not allowed to get that position, that ranking, because they don't have the qualification. So I created this concept of snakes and ladders to be a career development program. So how does it work? And how did I get there? So let me address the first, how did I get there? I sat there one day and struggling, how am I going to address this unrealistic expectations? And my daughter and my wife were playing snakes and ladders on the ground. And all of a sudden, I got this wow experience saying, but that's the answer. The answer lies in the snakes and ladders game, because that's the reality of life. Meaning, we all have to be educated, trained, schooled to start. And in the game, you need to throw a 6, as the rules say, before you can, next round, start getting on the board. The board is full, and you've got the dice, which is what you have to throw. This is your control, that controls the speed of your growth and development. Okay? But it also means you've got to throw the 6. So I need to be educated in a certain direction to follow my chosen career. If that means I have a degree, a financial degree, then that's what I do. Otherwise I can't become an accountant. So all rest in these rules and this dice. Then this board has got to start. Block number 1 and block number 100. So we work towards an end state, which is a vision, that's a defined goal, that's clear. That's where we're going to, if I get there, I've won. Okay? And on this board, you've got snakes, chutes, or ladders. And as you throw the dice, you're allowed to move. You throw a 4, you move 4 blocks. Next time round, yours 2, you move another 2. But there's ladders. And the ladders is nothing else than opportunities that every one of us in life get. So you can see the ladders as you play this game. And you can see this specific ladder will take me 26 blocks up. So the moment you can see your opportunities, you will focus on that opportunity and do whatever you can to have that opportunity take you somewhere where it offers you. So to create the benefit of the opportunity. And the rules in the game says that if the block is, the opportunity is 3 blocks away from you and you throw a 4, you can say pass. I'm waiting for a 1 or a 2 or a 3. And I'll take an opportunity. So you are prepared, you're focused, you understand it, you're willing to be patient. So you throw 1, you move 1. You throw a 4, pass. You throw another 6, pass. You throw another 2, opportunity taken, up you go. But we have seen the opportunity, we focused on the opportunity. But the reality of life comes into play with the snakes or the chutes. If you throw a 4 or 5, you hit the head of the snake. There's no option. That's the reality of life. You go down to the tail of the snake and you start again. So you must understand, there's no choice, there's no chance when something goes wrong to saying, turn back time, I'll stop it here and just wait, and then I go on when things happen. So in other words, I was in a motor vehicle accident and I played time back. I wasn't in a motor vehicle accident. I didn't go that road. Life's reality tells us it doesn't happen that way. So even though we can see in the game the snake's head, we can therefore be able to plan ourselves for situations that's unforeseen. In the case of the game, I can see that the snake is 2 blocks away from me. Please don't throw 2. Please don't throw 5. But if I do, what happens? I go back. But I'm still on the same board. I'm still got a board that starts with 1 and I've got 100. I've still got this life plan, this goal, purposeful plan of mine that I'm playing with my daughter and my wife, or with true life. So the unrealistic expectations come into play where I say to people, this is your life board. You cannot play a 6 here and move it on that board. You're not on that board. That's not yours. Here's your board. If something happens and you need to play on another one and say, I'll stop with this one because that vision, that goal is impossible anymore. Or we stop playing because it's now dinner time. Okay? That's the reality of life. And I've learned so much out of that, and I've shared so many times with people, senior people, to help them to understand where to go and how to do it, because that's life's reality. Prepare for the unforeseen, but understand it's not the end of the world. But life ends when we hit the snake sometimes, and people commit suicide, or people give up. I wanted to play sport at the highest level, or I wanted to achieve this and I want to do that. And I end up in the snake and down I go. But the wonderful thing, and when I do this program with the kids, I urge them to put the snakes and ladders board, and I give them a small copy. I say, put it on your cupboard in your bedroom, that you can understand that's the game you're playing. Irrespective of what happened, you are managing. And it's within your control. You're managing your opportunities, but you accept that the bad side of it, the snakes. But you realize that the snakes doesn't take you off the board. You're still on the board. So if I had the accident, or I tore a ligament, and now I can't compete, so I won't do the trails, so I won't go on provincial level or become a national athlete of exceptional athlete. No, you're still on the same board, meaning from where the snakes ended, you start again, and you see the opportunities that going to accelerate your growth once again, and you can plan again. So you start again. You're not off the board. It's not in the life. They're not in the world. And that's why I'm so often passionate about sharing this with people, saying, don't come with your unrealistic expectations, because life is full of realities over which you often have no control. How you manage them is up to you. And it's not that difficult. Keep your eyes on and focus on why. Your why and where you're going. Sometimes you're lucky. The opportunities come aplenty. But you know, the interesting thing is, with this game and with your life, me, has often not seen the opportunities that's come by, because we're not playing the game. We are focused on other niceties and other things, on somebody else's board, that game. That's not your game. This is your game. We are playing here. Okay, I cannot play there. I'm playing it here. So play your game, not theirs. And if you do that, you'll be focused and you'll understand, you'll see what makes you happy, what you need to do more of, and you'll look out for those opportunities in your life. And the strange thing is, the law of attraction says it will be granted to you, as it's been all the time, but you didn't see them because you focused on something else. So, my friend, life is not that difficult, and we don't have to change everything. As long as you stay in your board, even the bad things happen to you that strengthen you, because you've learned lessons. The snake doesn't take you back to number one, or take you back to off the board, you must throw 6 again. No, it does not. Play your game. Yeah, in conclusion, yes, sometimes something happens that this dream that you defined on this board, this game, and that end state becomes impossible. Then we'll have to say, it's dinner, food will get cold, so we stop the game. So I may end up losing my partner because of some illness, or just something happens out of the control. I lose my business and I have to start again. But you understand, you start again and you start growing and building it again. So sometimes we need to put this game down, close it up, and say that was it, and I create a new one and I start living that one. And the last comment about the opportunities and the ladders. Understand also that when we define ladders that will help us climb in the future, don't make your spokes that big, those steps that big. That's not necessary. 2 or 3 steps will also get you there. But this reach might just be too much, and you will be disillusioned and not try again. Control within your abilities, your steps on your opportunities, in other words, your ladders. I hope you got some food for thought from the simple snakes and ladders, and yes, my friends, the chutes and ladders from this. Apply it. Put it up in your kitchen, just so you understand opportunities, threats, realities of life. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on YouTube, Facebook, or LinkedIn, and see you in the next video.